wanted to show you my seedlings that I basically killed. I started these July 11th, and they were doing beautiful. They were doing so beautiful. Look at this Wapasinapinogen, whatever it is. Dead. Indigo rose, dead. So what I did, I have these seedlings, and they were in the small cells, kind of like this. This one's doing okay. This is the red spike amaranth. Anyway, I had the tomatoes in these cell trays, and even the shishito peppers. Looked terrible. So they were in the little cell trays, and I'm like, okay, it's time to pot them up into bigger pots so they can get big and healthy. And I watered in the pots with some Medina Has to Grow for Lawns, but I didn't dilute it enough, and I burned them. These are dying and will be dead. This is Ice's Candy. I have 90 days left until frost. And there's a few survivors. There's a few survivors in here. What's this one? This is San Marzano. It's still alive. And then I've got a Barry's Crazy Cherry. Got a couple of those that are still doing okay. I had a pink Berkeley tie-dye, the Ice's Candy, Shishito, hopefully I can save those, Indigo Rose, Oxheart Tomato. The ones that are still semi-alive, I'm gonna get them out of this nitrogen-rich, poisoned soil and into the garden bed in here, and we'll just see how they do. And then I brought out my seeds, and I'm just gonna put actual seeds in the ground. Most of these tomatoes are between, most of these tomatoes are between 78 and 90 days. We'll see what we get. Next year I'm gonna do better. 2022 was a very trying learning experience for me as a beginner gardener. So, but we're gonna do better. I am trying to learn from my mistakes, and I'm gonna do better, okay? All right, well, let me get these seedlings out of the poison and into the ground. So I'm taking almost all the soil off because it's contaminated. So I took all of that, almost all of that off, and I will bury this in the soil, watered in good, and hopefully all that has to grow will rinse off. Oops. What I need is a funnel. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Actually, I'm gonna shake this off onto some plants. I don't want to waste it. So, it's one of those little puff sprayers. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna check all my zucchini for eggs. The vine borer has been laying eggs on it on my new plants. So I'm about to cover them with the row cover. But before I cover them up, I'm gonna take all the eggs off. I am probably gonna douse all of them with a Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew. And then I'm gonna stick this powder to the damp plants to, I guess, create like a crust, so that if I did miss any eggs when the maggot does hatch, it's gonna have a hard time getting to burrow down into it because it's gonna be covered. This is my thinking. So stay tuned to see how this goes. Okay, so let me get to egg checking and spraying and puffing, and then we'll attach the row cover. So the pump sprayer I'm using, I got on Amazon, and it's battery operated, so there's no actual pumping, which is awesome. This is Illumist by Flowmaster. I don't know, but it was like 32 bucks. It was not very expensive at all. And it has a removable, rechargeable battery. Here's the on button. You hear that? See? And then you can spray like that. So it just keeps, you can hear it. It'll just keep pumping. Yeah. And you can adjust the nozzle for a stream or a misting spray. Quit yapping. This is a good buy. Okay. Let's check for eggs. Okay, let's start over here. I did see something that kind of looked like vine borer blowout. See how it's kind of orange? So that's concerning. I may see how it's getting roots. So I'm gonna bury this stem. Yeah, it just looks really bad, like vine borer. It looks like vine borer got in there because of the coloring. All right, here's an egg. See that? Take that egg off. I either mash them with my 2 thumbnails, or I just throw them like in the mulch. I don't think if it hatched, it could crawl its way from the mulch all the way over there, but it's probably best to mash it. All right, so that's what I'll be doing. Once I have completely inspected a plant, I'm gonna spray it down. I'm gonna puffer powder it, and that way I know that one's done. And that way I'm not saying, oh, did I do that one? Did I get to that one? So let me set up the camera and I'll get to work. Okay, so this delicata squash here, it looks like the vine borer's already gotten inside. See how it's orange, and there's a lot of, yeah, like sawdust. Yeah. Oh, these things work fast. Like I just built this arch and planted these up. So I'm gonna inject a little bit in there. Oof, I think I got some in my eye. I don't think you're supposed to get Captain Jack's dead bug brew in your eye. And there's an egg. I've noticed they like to lay the eggs also right at the elbow. A lot of the entry wounds, the damage is right, if it's not directly at the base of the plant, it's in the elbow where a leaf meets the stem. So there's so many eggs, like these little bitty things everywhere. Just everywhere. There's another one. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep trucking along. Okay, all done. I did give the lemon cucumber and the Kajari melon a look over as well, because I have had vine borer get in cucumbers before. Anyway, everything's done. Excited to get out the row cover. Let's get this party going. Oh, I forgot, we still have to do the squash towers over there. But let me get these 2 done first. The squash towers may wait till tomorrow because it is after work and I'm tired. I got some wine drinking to do. Okay, here's my row cover. And I'm gonna use binder clips. So here's my row cover. It's like a giant organza bag. It's a little frayed. I hope this doesn't rip. It was cheap. I don't remember how much it was on Amazon, but it was cheap. I don't know, maybe $6.99, $7 a piece, and they're big. But anyway, that vine borer can't get through that. Okay, so the irrigation came on while I was doing this. And And what it's reminding me is I need something in here to hold it up so that it's not laying on top of the squash plants. So I'm gonna have to get something a little bit tall, maybe some sticks or something just to prop it up. So need to do that. I'm looking over here and it looks like I was hoping the irrigation wouldn't spray too much to where it would rinse off the Diatomaceous Earth, but it totally did. It totally undid everything I just did. So at least I picked the eggs off, so that sucks. Well, here's some Diatomaceous Earth that did not get rubbed off. So those will be okay. Anyway, let me find some sticks to prop up the cloth. Okay, so the row cover is around everything. It looks atrocious. I know it's not pretty. It doesn't look pretty at all. But what I tried to do is cover up the bottom so that that little moth can't fly underneath it. So I think I've got the bottom secure. No gaps. No gaps. No gaps. And then I've just pooled it in the middle. I did have the Kajari melons and stuff covered, and I'm like, well, they usually don't attack those. It's possible, but I wanted all the vines to still be able to vine up. But this side, I think I'm happy with. I have sticks propping it up a little bit. I need to get some sticks for over here. I don't have enough sticks. I think I can find some in the backyard. Enough fall off of trees all the time just to prop up sticks in the corners. I did have to wrap this one around the front because I have the delicata squash that's gonna climb up. And what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to adjust this tool higher as the squash climbs. These ones down here are kind of a bushing variety. They're not a climber, but the delicata will climb. Anyway, I've got shovels holding the tool down for now. Once I get the sticks installed, then I will use the binder clips to clip the tool to the sticks. But yeah, I'm feeling good about this right now. Feeling good about it. It is not pretty, but I want some squash, so we do what we gotta do. All right, so I'm hot and sweaty, but I feel good about it. I gotta clean up all my junk. Yeah, my wagon. That's just my moving junk cart. I'm gonna tell you what, that thing stays full of junk all the time, and all I do is move it around with me. I don't know if y'all do that. Do y'all have a moving wagon of junk? Tell me I'm not the only one. Okay. Anyway. Okay, well, I'll see you when I see you. Okay.